Hey sightseers, Sightseeing Sally here. How often do you go to a national park where you get to have the entire park to yourself? I'm talking like no other people. Like never. Seriously. Especially these times when people in urban areas are getting out and seeing all the wonderful national parks and things because they've got nothing better to do during COVID. Well, let me tell you, that's what we're doing here today. We have an entire national park campground to ourselves. Yeah, there are no other people here besides us. Sound too good to be true? That's what I thought, except we've been here now. Tonight'll be our 4th night, and we're the only ones staying here. Unbelievable. If you want to know more about the campground we're staying at, I'll be doing a separate standalone video on that. You'll have to check that out. This video is going to be our experiences here, what we've encountered being the only ones in the park. And let me tell you, some of it is kind of creepy. There's absolutely nobody here except for us. You can see where the deer came through. That's a fresh hoof print. This is the road coming in. No vehicle traffic today either. The mist that's coming up over the top of the trees lends to the eerie feeling in this park as you're here alone. They've got this section of the park closed off to campers. It's kind of creepy when you're walking through it all alone. Like, I don't know, you hear all these rustling sounds. Of course, it's probably just a squirrel, but your imagination can start to run wild as you're walking through here, knowing that you're the only ones here, but yet, are you really? It's been so long since anybody's probably sat at this picnic table eating that the squirrels have taken it over, and I've used it as a place to grind through the black walnut, the hulls of the black walnuts, for storing black walnuts for the winter.
Geez, look at all these black walnuts. Would the squirrels turn this into a processing plant or what? Look at all of them on the table. They're all empty.
Yeah, I was just talking about that, how it looks like the squirrels have taken over these empty picnic tables.
One, you can actually see where he was chewing on it and getting to it.
Oh,
that
yeah.
definitely is an animal that was doing it, not a human who was doing it. You can see they're chewing it up. It's weird they take it on the table and do that.
Oh, I've seen them do it before. They sit there and they just work at it.
All the whole ones are on the ground, all the shelled ones are on the table.
We're walking in a section of the campground that's been closed off. Appears to have been closed off for quite a while because you can see the grass is just all grown up and nature is taking over in this section. And I don't know if this was something they decided to close off because of the COVID, or if maybe they're going to be doing renovations over in this section of the campground. It really just makes makes this campground feel even more creepy, hanging out in this section where it's all overgrown. Kind of feel like this place has a post-apocalyptic vibe, especially at night when you can't hear any of the sounds in the background. The noise obviously carries, so you can hear vehicles and chainsaws and, you know, activity that's going on miles from here, because we are situated high up compared to some of the other people. And so during the day, you are aware that there is human life, but at night, when it's completely pitch dark and you don't have that sound, that activity in the background when everybody's gone to bed, I'm telling you, it is super creepy. You're sitting out there letting out the dogs at night, and you can hear rustling in the leaves, and you're wondering, what the heck is that? We're in an abandoned part of the park, and it's pretty creepy out here in the middle of the night. We're the only ones out here. You just listen for all the different noises. And all of a sudden you'll see eyes glowing in the light.
You see him.
No, I don't.
Walk straight ahead.
Like, where am I supposed to be looking? Oh, there. Look, Dorothy, we're not in Kansas anymore. That's the weirdest raccoon I've ever seen, huh?
He wants me to pet it. He wants me to pet him.
Yeah, well, that raccoon's wearing a suit of armor.
Yeah, leave him be.
I mean, look at this. There's nobody here. Talk about being the perfect place to get away from it all. You know, despite my overactive imagination and portraying this place as creepy and eerie, being alone here has been really just fabulous. I mean, look at this. You can sit here by the river, by the current river, and just listen to the water rushing by, and it's just so peaceful. You might have even heard my stomach growling. It's almost time for breakfast. My chariot awaits. We're gonna head over to a different part of the park that Marty and I discovered driving through the other day that we didn't get a chance to walk around because it was raining. Yeah, when we got here, it was a beautiful night, and then the next few days after, it rained. Rained for like 4 days straight, so I didn't do much filming then other than what you've seen earlier in the footage of this video. Check this out. I believe this might be the original entrance to Big Spring. At one time, if I'm not mistaken, Big Spring was one of the state parks here in Missouri, and then when they made the Ozark National Scenic Riverways, the state of Missouri turned over a couple of the state parks to be included in that, and I believe Big Spring was one of them. Well, here we go. This is the Big Spring Lodge. It's the dining cabin. You can rent it nowadays, but it was built back during like the 1930s, early 1940s by the Civilian Conservation Corps. And it's just really cool. There's a bunch of these old buildings here in this area of the park. You'll see a few down over in that direction. And then if you look up in the hills, and I apologize, I'm on the wrong side of the sun. But if you look up in the hills, you'll see a few old cabins up there too as well. Those I guess you can rent during regular season. But yeah, this is totally cool to come down here in this part of the park and there's nobody around. And it's like stepping back in time. If I'm not mistaken, there's some stone steps leading up to that upper part where some of those cabins are. We'll take a look-see, because I haven't really been up there other than when Marty and I drove through in the truck, and we'll go get a closer look at it. I just think it's really cool to be over here, and like I said, I'm the only person here. Marty's back at camp, and it's just so peaceful. It's just so cool being here, being alone. Well, how about we try these steps and see where it leads. Oh wow, that's quite the view up here. Holy cow. Wow, that's just beautiful. And just think, I got this whole place to myself. Wow, that was some climb, but it was worth it because look, we found one of the cabins. Yeah, from down below you can't see them real well, but when you get up here and see them up close, they're pretty fabulous. I imagine they're really nice to stay in, at least in the warmer months. I don't know how well insulated they would be for in winter, which is probably why they have them closed off in the off season. But yeah, just like stepping back in time. Too bad we couldn't get inside one of them and have a look-see, but unfortunately we'll just have to settle for seeing the outside. As I pan, you'll probably notice indications of more modern conveniences here, but it's still pretty cool to look at this. And you can imagine what it was like back when these were first built and the men were staying here. Alright, well, I'm gonna head back down and head back to camp. We're actually leaving today. We're heading west, making our way slowly but surely into warmer weather. I know I said that back at the last place we were at, how the German taco needed warmer weather, but we decided to hang out here for a few days just because it was so nice having the park to ourselves. Special thanks goes out to all our fellow sightseers here on Patreon and PayPal. Without you, these videos wouldn't be possible. We've gained a few neighbors since starting this video. That's alright, we're heading out. They can have the park now to themselves.